Good morning, everybody. This is Balakrishna. Presently, we will speak about a topic which is called as free trade versus protectionism. What do you mean by free trade? What do you mean by protectionism? And other details will be shared shortly. Presently, we are speaking about the subject, business environment, and the topic is free trade versus protectionism. Free trade in the sense, a trade which is free from all rules, regulations, tariffs, taxes, duties, and other things. And protectionism in the sense, sometimes the government will try to obstruct the foreign trade into the country and Indian trade into the foreign nations. Okay. Here, what we want to say is the trade must be freed from all the restrictions. If free trade exists, there will be a foreign exchange gained by all the countries. And if the protectionism is there, the trade restrictions will increase and imports and exports will be minimized to maximum extent. What do you mean by free trade? The government allows the free movement of goods from one country to the other without any taxes, tariffs, and custom duties, or with minimizing all these taxes, tariffs, and custom duties. What do you mean by protection trade? Protectionism trade, a trade which is prevented by using import quotas, by using sanctions, etc. How can you differentiate a free trade between and protectionism with each other? Free trade is a trade among the member countries in a trade bloc, whereas protectionism is noticed when the goods are freely flown from other countries, and this trade will impact the domestic enterprises and sometimes may even lead to the closure of domestic enterprises. What do you mean by free trade? Free trade, in this slide, we will discuss about what do you mean by free trade. Along with this, we'll also discuss about various other issues. A free trade is a trade without any taxes or tariffs. Tariffs are the taxes paid across the boundaries. And quantitative restrictions. Any amount of trade can be traded from one country to the other without any limitations. Exchange controls. Exchange controls in the sense any amount of currency can be exchanged in the trade transactions. Next, free trade will increase the foreign exchange for the country. It allows the free flow of foreign exchange from foreign countries into the country. Next, the free trade will produce the goods in a specialized manner. That is, with a unique skills, so that with a unique skills, so that the trade will be going on uninterrupted. Next, in the free trade, what happens is greater specialization is present. It indicates that the trade goes on with a specified number of goods, specified quality of goods that suit the foreign country. Efficiency. The efficiency of free trade must be good because since the taxes are less, the foreign countries' goods can easily flow into the country, and thus the productivity of foreign exchange will be increased. Economy in production. Economy in the production in the sense free trade is only welcomed when there is when there is less amount of financial resources to be consumed. Next, second thing is there is an intense competition under free trade. Means since the free trade is free from any taxes or tariffs across the boundaries and allowing incentives for such conditions, what happens is the number of people prefer to trade with that country, and thus the trade flourishes, and thus competition also increases to break the domestic monopolies. For example, there is a huge competition of cement companies in India, and they have formed a monopoly. But to prevent this monopoly, the government has taken a decision to allow the foreign players to enter into India regarding this. So to break the domestic means national monopolies. What do you mean by monopoly? Monopoly is one where a single seller operates in a huge market. Next, free trade also makes large variety of goods. Large variety of goods in the sense huge amount of goods will be dumped into the markets. Not much scope for corruption. Not much scope for corruption in the sense since the free trade goes on, there is no chance of corruption because they cannot manipulate the trade transactions. They cannot enter into monopolies with the foreign traders and other things. Protectionism. What do you mean by protectionism in the sense sometimes government policy may restrict the trade. Sometimes the government policy may restrict the trade or prevent the trade from happening. For example, if the Chinese goods flow freely into the India, all the domestic industries in India sometimes may lose their significance. So the government has imposed sanctions on certain goods so that their free flow is prevented. Yes. Objectives of protectionism. The main objective of protectionism is to prevent or protect the foreign, to prevent the foreign free flow of industries into the economy. This would lead to the damage to the domestic industries. So the ultimate objective of protectionism is to protect the domestic industries, that is the kind of industries which lie within the country. Next, it is also focusing on R&D, research and development. Indigenous research and development in the sense the innovative ideas will be welcomed and new trade tactics will be noticed. Next, in protectionism also, there's sometimes that gain in the foreign exchange. Uh, you can may ask me, how does the foreign exchange is gained? By preventing the exports. Exports can be by preventing the imports. Even imports can be prevented by increasing the taxes or increasing the customs duty and other things. By this, what happens is with the limited amount of foreign trade, the huge amount of foreign exchange can be gained because of the protectionism policy of the government. Next, since the imports are prevented, exports will be more. Since the exports are more, there will be a gain in the foreign exchange. This will lead to the increase in the balance of payment system of the country. Next, this also helps the government to generate certain amount of revenue from the foreign governments. Next thing is, this trade is not encouraged because it discriminates one country to enter and the other country to be barred from entry. Advantages of protectionism. The main advantage of protectionism is to protect the infant industries. The main advantage of protectionism is to protect the infant industries. What do you mean by infant industries? Infant industries are the small and petty industries which originate into the country either at the starting stage or at the introductory stage. This also helps in diversification because protectionism also helps in diversification, that is, innovative ideas within the country are encouraged and new businesses can be developed. What do you mean by diversification? Diversification is a process of entering into new, related, or unrelated business units. It's a process of expanding the business enterprises. It's a depression or recession in the industries will seriously affect the economic condition of the country. This is because if that depression happens, the domestic industries will suffer a lot and they will close down. Now the reliance of the country needs depends upon the imports to the maximum. So there is a chance that the importer may charge huge amount of prices as well. With the reliance on the foreign countries, what happens is the risks will be minimized. That's what do you mean. And above all these things, there is also change in political relations. Well, political relations will be changed in the sense the strong bondage that exist among all the member countries will be spoiled. Next, another advantage is stabilized strengths and acquired strength. Which is better, as a self-reliant economy or a dependent economy? We can clearly say that though the foreign exchange is low, the economy which is reliant will be more, and the economy which is present will be increased. Next, improving the terms of trade. The first other thing, what happens is import duties or import quotas will be increased. As the import duties or import quotas will be increased, what happens is, as the import duties or import quotas are increased, the next step will be increasing the import tariffs. If the taxes are highly levied on the imports, automatically the exports are increased and the imports of goods will be decreased. Next, it improves the balance of payment position. How does it improve the balance of payment position? By restricting the imports, by increasing the import duties, what happens is huge amount of foreign exchange will flow, and this will encourage this, though it is a discouraging steps to the importers, yet there are some importers who starts importing the goods that is especially the machinery and other plants. This will lead to the increase in the foreign exchange or industrialization event. Next one is bargaining. In a protectionism, what happens is there will also be one thing which is called as bargaining. What do you mean by bargaining? In the sense, bargaining is a process of lowering the duties on the exports and imports as well. Next, what do you mean by dumping? Dumping is a process of pouring huge quantities of goods into the country. It is allowing free imports into the country. And anti-dumping are the steps taken by the government in order to prevent the free flow of goods into the country, that is free imports into the country. India always prefer anti-dumping nowadays because it wanted to protect its domestic enterprises. Anti-dumping measures harm the domestic industries. It sometimes lead to the closure of the domestic industries also. The main intention of anti-dumping is to increase the import duties, import customs, and other things. But the main intention behind this is to protect the domestic industries from closure down. Let's say this also, since the domestic industries are developed because of protectionism, what happens is it stimulates the large number of domestic enterprises to start their industries into the country and to have a free trade within the country rather than going for dependence on imports. Next one is national defense. If the foreign exchange is gained by a enemy country, or we can say that a country which spoils our economy, then automatically what happens is one thing will be sure that the trade, this will lead to what we call a damage to the damage. Protectionism is employed is to preserve the is to prevent the imports from the foreign countries. As the imports are restricted, the foreign exchange is lost by the enemy country, and thus the trade flourishes. What are the demerits of protectionism? Complete reliance on domestic industries will take place. This will lead to the increase in the prices of the products. If technology is not properly present in the country, it leads to the increase in the prices. Not only that, it also leads to the less quality conscious. In sense, the quality of the products will be discouraged, or we can say that the people will be conscious that the quality of products will be discouraged. It's domestic monopolies. Domestic monopolies in the sense all the domestic units will form a monopoly, and thus these monopolies cannot be prevented after their formation. So what happens is every time the protectionism will lead to the it will lead to the formation of number of monopolies present in the country. It also discourages the innovation. If there is a competition from the foreign world, innovation will increase. Since there is no competition from the foreign world, the innovation will cease to exist. Sometimes the corruptive practices and unfair trade practices will be increased if the domestic trade is completely dependent by the economy and is run by the economy. The volume of foreign trade will fall down and the complete foreign exchange will be lost by the country. There are certain countries which are rich in some certain resources, and there are certain countries which are poor in some resources. This protectionism will lead to encourage of the foreign trade, and it will decrease the foreign trade. So the world's resources cannot be completely utilized. But the one thing we can say that the domestic resources can be utilized to the maximum extent. This is a complete analysis regarding what do you mean by protectionism, what do you mean by free trade. Free trade is a process of encouraging the trade without the restrictions and other things, and without the restrictions and other things. And protectionism is a process of discouraging the imports and encouraging the exports of the countries. Sometimes the free trade may lead to prevention of monopolies, and sometimes the protectionism may lead to development of number of domestic monopolies also. So both the free trade as well as protectionism trade must be collaterally used. That is, both must be used at a time. So they must restrict the trade from certain countries, and they may allow the free trade among other countries. That is, trade with the certain countries, like importing of technology, importing of capital goods must be increased, and the trade which damages the domestic industries must be stopped.